Hi there, Leo. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is your mid-March reading, approximately spanning between the 15th and the 31st of the month. Let's get right into it for you, dear Leo. And I'll mention before we start that for those of you who are interested in the Moon Manifestation Program, that is now live as we move closer towards the new moon in Pisces. Potent new moon. For those of you who'd like to take a proactive approach to matters of manifestation, again, that program is live, and you can reserve your signs via the link below in the bio box description. And you could just simply go to Alchemy and You. Okay, there should be a banner at the top. Click that. You can order your signs that way. Thank you so much again for tuning in, dear Leo. Let's get right started here for you. I was meditating on your energy, and I was getting this vision, okay, of you unclipping. It's sort of like a carabiner, okay, clip, and you're just like unclipping it. I'm hearing specifically from a rope, and I was hearing for you let go. I'm hearing cut ties, cut loose. There may be something that you feel you are to, in a certain way, release from. Let us pull a card for each of the days here between the 15th and the 31st to see what comes through for us, dear Leo. I'm hearing Sagittarius for you. Wow, beautiful energies here. Beautiful, beautiful energies. Oh my goodness, Leo. I'm hearing Cancer, I'm hearing Capricorn as well. There is a slowing down. There's something that, let's get into it, okay? But one second, let me pull these cards. Powerful energies. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Leo, lots of crossover here with Cancer, specifically Cancer. There is such a release of what has, in a certain way, I'm hearing, felt heavy to you. Okay, specifically heavy. And you quite literally, right around this 15th to the 23rd week, step into your own. You step into your own. I'm hearing your own frequency, your own, I'm hearing dynamic. I'm hearing with full force. With full force. What is it that in a certain way, Leo, you feel you are to take action towards and on in a way that leaves behind what has not served? The decision that I'm hearing is not contemplative, but that is held in action. And it's almost like, in a certain way, how have my actions, I'm hearing, not stood? I'm hearing through time what it is that I've understood I am moving closer towards. I'm hearing through time what it is I feel is a journey for me, and what I feel is the next step that I am to take through it. It's so beautiful, Leo. The feeling that I'm getting, and you have here, I'll read the cards off to you. You have Strength, your very own card in the Major Arcana. You lead into this week with mirroring here, mirroring the Fool. Okay, this is Aquarius' card. For a number of you, may be partnering up with an Aquarius. There may be a focus here on this archetype in your own chart. Okay. You have the Mother of Cups in reverse that has come through. This came through as well for Cancer. Okay. But I'm getting here for you, Leo. There is almost a wave of self-expression within you. And I'm hearing for you as well. And you may be dealing with somebody who may be moving in this way towards you, for a number of you, okay, specifically if you're dealing with an Aquarius. But I'm hearing premonition, I'm hearing for success. There's the understanding of what direction we are to move in that would, in a certain way, not just, I'm hearing create things, I'm hearing for people. I'm hearing in a productive way, in a material, financial way. But that will constitute the sense of progress that, for us, constitutes a sense of success, in which we are moving closer towards what may feel like a transformation, the beginning of a new cycle. I'm getting here that I'm hearing it's a journey. It is a journey for you, Leo. I'm hearing Sagittarius, I'm hearing Aries and Capricorn right here as we lead out of this week into this 10 of Wands upright. 10 of Wands mirroring here the 7 of Wands in reverse. You are quite literally on, I'm hearing the road, on the path towards discovering in an active way. I'm hearing where you are in a literal way pursuing what it is that you feel you are guided to explore more of. And it speaks to passion. It speaks to a certain dream. I'm hearing an inkling, and it could be something that at a certain point you had a vision of, and the vision was very strong as I'm getting it from a number of you, very strong. Now, there is a certain culmination here, right around the end of this week, that I'm hearing, it becomes very obvious to you, and it's almost like I realize just how far I've come. I realize just how much I've, in a certain way, also given of myself in a certain direction. I'm hearing to a certain channel. I'm hearing to a certain, I'm hearing principle as well for a number of you. I recognize that I'm hearing this is the end of the line. I'm getting this right at the end of this week here. There is a cleansing for you, Leo, right as we step out of the new moon in Pisces. So powerful. I cannot emphasize it enough, the feeling that I'm getting here right as you lead into this 10 of Wands. Now, the Hermit here that you step into in this next week, the Sun upright and the Hanged Man, you may be dealing with a Pisces. This came through as well for Cancer, okay? But there is the dawn of a new day, the awakening, quite literally. I'm hearing, what is it that we've been preparing for? I'm hearing, what is it that we've been envisioning? What is it that in a certain way we feel will also be the context? I'm hearing for our greatest work and success. And it could quite literally be referring to environment, okay, the actual habitat, also perhaps a form of nature that is related to your environment that you work through. I'm hearing you perform through, and as I'm hearing as well, nature may be playing a prominent role here. Now, there is a question of rebuilding what it is that constitutes the financial landscape of our work, and it's the focus though for you is literally, I'm getting literally again. And it's almost like what was theoretical in the past is now, I'm hearing an active principle and action for you. And it's almost like what it is that I've ruminated on, I'm carrying through my actions yet again. The focus is on how it is that we are moving through with the passion that we feel for what it is that we do. And that being where we find ourselves meeting ourselves physically, financially, materially. You are quite literally, yet again, I'm hearing quite literally, giving so much importance to the feeling, to the passion that drives your actions. And what in the past was guided by a material, financial, physical, also I'm hearing environmental, contextual circumstance or factor, I'm hearing or thought paradigm is no longer. And there's such a regenerative means by which you move forward from here on out. It's so regenerative, specifically I'm getting regenerative, and I'm imagining I'm hearing you are quite literally, you're jumping levels, and it's almost like I'm hearing in your own game, I'm hearing in your own video game, I'm hearing whatever it is that you in a certain way have been participating and operating through, that I'm hearing has served as a lens. I'm hearing also to the past in a certain way, take it as you will. There is the recognition that we can go about our work in a completely different way, that yet again honors, I'm hearing what has remained through time as the indication of direction by way of passion. You have here the Father of Wands, you're taking control, you're taking command of what feels to be the direction that you are guiding yourself through. And there could be a performative element to it. There could be also a sort of public persona that you feel you are to take on in a certain way that will make very obvious, very clear for yourself, specifically for yourself first, I'm hearing as a priority, and those around you, what it is that you want to qualify your work as, being guided as, and I'm hearing through for a number of units. Almost like I want to make it obvious for others that my work, I'm hearing, is not a principle of financial growth. It is a question of how it is that I am, in a certain way, participating in my own form of creation. How is it in a certain way that I am both also the subject, okay, and the, I'm hearing performer of my own work. And I want people to see through me. I want there to be a certain transparency as well with my work, okay? And lots of fire energy here, right? And fire energy speaks to a certain authenticity and impulsivity. And, right, that's oftentimes why they say the fire signs are generally honest, right, archetypes. Because, right, fire speaking to passion being, right, a sort of reactive, responsive energy, being impulsive, being outright, being immediate, and what it is that we feel, yet again, we in a certain way want to state very obviously, very clearly, okay, and so there's such a resurgence here of how it is that we wish to, I'm hearing, cultivate in a certain way the actions that we feel shape our method and means of creation, be it, again, physical, be it material, be it financial, okay? You have here the Three of Wands in reverse, Three of Pentacles, but I said Wands, okay, and you have the Three of Wands in your theme in reverse, okay? And this card came through for Cancer right as they trailed out of this last week, right around the 31st of March, okay? A question of an opportunity. I'm hearing, what is the next stage? What is the next level? What is it that also characterizes what I move through? I'm hearing in my work. I'm hearing specifically in my work, and there could be a question of what's the foundation going to be, financially, materially, quite literally, physically. What is, I'm hearing, the landscape going to look like? What is the home, I'm hearing specifically the home going to look like? I'm hearing what is also the interface of, I'm hearing in a physical way and also I'm hearing sensory way, going to be laid as. And I'm hearing frequency here for you, and there could be a focus on energetics. I'm hearing as you lay a certain foundation, I'm hearing you to rest specifically, and it could be a focus on the long-term future. And it's almost like I understand that what I'm laying here, I'm hearing is not just a bed of roses, but I'm hearing very interesting, is a bed of ashes as well. What is it that I feel? I am quite literally moving through myself, through what I feel I am creating as, I'm hearing, a principle and framework of my work. And it's a question, I'm hearing, of your history, of your past, what it is that you have in a certain way moved through, and what it is that you carry from that process of transformation in a regenerative way through the future, as you may perceive it, through what feels to be the beginning once more. And it's so conclusive, Leo. I'm hearing Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. It's so conclusive for you in a way of, yet again, it's like I'm not just planting, I'm hearing seeds, I'm hearing ashes again. There's something here that has to do with what it is that has led you to this point, to create what it is that you wish to create, where you wish to create it. And the context is everything as you feel it, and is, I'm hearing, the source for, I'm hearing, your revolutions, okay? And so there is a focus on the future, on the long term, and yet again, it's almost like what it is that I'm hearing instruct for a number of you as well. What it is that I lay as, I'm hearing, also a guide, okay, for the future is going to, I'm hearing, to be used, I'm hearing, for centuries to come. Very interesting. Now, you have here the Four of Pentacles upright, smack dab in the middle between the Three of Pentacles in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. A strong focus here on literally the earth. Literally the earth element, the physical material side to whatever it is that we feel we are actively participating in, engaging in. There is a dynamism here that we're seeing, but also I'm hearing specifically a structure that you feel you are in a certain way to create, to construct. I'm hearing quite literally construct. What is it? Perhaps certain boundaries that you feel as well you need to I'm hearing isolate the variables of the boundaries that you feel you are in a certain way to set, be it physical, literally physical, a physical space, to contain a physical space, or be it also in your mind, okay? And it's almost like, how is it that I am in a certain way forming certain boundaries within the space, within the home, that I feel I'm hearing organizing my way through my work, okay? And I'm imagining someone who's almost sectioning off, partitioning certain parts of the home for certain activities, okay? In a very strategic way. Now, there's a focus on finances here for a number of you, and or physicality, physical, I'm hearing condition as well. How is it that we, in a certain way, are, I'm hearing, leaving room for growth in the future? I'm hearing open-endedly, and it's almost like, again, how is it that in a certain way we are preparing for what feels to be a transformation, a cycle that is, I'm hearing, perpetuated through time. There is a focus here for a number of you on an air sign, Father of Swords in reverse, from the past that has played a part, perhaps in a certain union, a reference to what a working paradigm should and perhaps, I'm hearing, should not be, I'm hearing, serving the place of and for. Take it as you will. Specific message coming through for a number of you. Father of Swords came through for Cancer strongly. You have here as well the Mother of Swords in reverse right beneath the Three of Wands, and that came through for Cancer as well. The Lovers in reverse, the Eight of Cups upright. A focus here. This is coming from the past as I'm getting it, and it can be related to the Father of Swords. Emotional, I'm hearing distance. What is it that in a certain way we have moved on from? I'm hearing with absolute clarity, with absolute peace. I'm hearing I'm hearing specifically the quote-unquote pain as we may have perceived it, and it can be taken in a number of ways. It's all a matter of perception. Not necessarily positive, not necessarily negative, not necessarily neutral. What is it that we are and we recognize we are leaving behind? As a chapter that has, in a certain way, brought us to recognize in ourselves what is it that we stand for in matters of, I'm hearing, the home, in matters of the heart, in matters as well of vision and passion. What is it that in a certain way we realize feeds and nurtures our soul, that nourishes our soul? And it could be a question as well of certain decisions that we've made in the past as it pertains to perhaps a sequence of social interactions, okay, in what has felt to be a union, okay. I'm hearing mismatch, okay, take it as you will, where perhaps in the past, like, well, these relationships just didn't quite, I'm hearing, pan out in the way that I'm hearing also I frequently required, okay. And so how is that in a certain way playing a role that is productive? I'm hearing also that is, I'm hearing, revolutionary. I'm also hearing evolutionary for a number of you. That serves to invigorate my sense of, I'm hearing, performance. How is it that certain storylines in my world, I'm hearing, that have shaped my emotional experience, and I'm hearing experiences. I'm getting it almost, I'm not seeing it as a specific relationship or situation, although for a number of you that may be, and I'm hearing Aquarius strongly here, specifically with the Father of Swords, okay? But a focus on family came through specifically for Cancer here, okay? And I'm going to mention that. But what are the series, yet again, of changes, of chapters that have built for us, I'm hearing, and around us, from us, a certain consciousness of potential, of vision, of power as well. That we realize how we have grappled with emotionally, I'm hearing also esoterically, what has been experienced in the past serves at this very moment in time to serve where we move from here on out. And it's like, it's quite literally, it's like, I'm hearing it's a release, but that is not, I'm hearing so literal. I'm hearing not so physical. It's not like I'm hearing Titanic. I'm not getting that sort of physical, I'm hearing slaughter, take it as you will. It's not, I'm hearing a physical, I'm hearing a disembodiment. I'm hearing of fears. It is a decision to reorient our focus in a direction that we recognize feeds our form of self-expression I'm hearing for a number of you, Fandango. This came through specifically for Scorpio in the past readings of the past few months. Okay, this Fandango specifically came through for Scorpio in a number of readings. Nonetheless, what it is that we feel we are rising to. Okay, there's a focus on what it is that we feel in a certain way I'm hearing, it's like we're quite literally rising to the occasion of. And it's like, how is it that in a certain way we are orienting ourselves, preparing ourselves also perceptively for that? And it's almost like you realize my thoughts, my perception, the way that I literally orient my focus energetically holds a certain frequency, I'm hearing, of matter. And how is it that in a certain way I am deciding how it is that I want to focus and form a path that leads me, I'm hearing, higher, where I feel that I am creating by way of my, I'm hearing specifically frequency, I'm hearing of matter, where I create from. And there's a focus here on, quite literally, I'm hearing the form that our work takes on, as well as perhaps the environment that we are creating through. Excuse me, Leo, okay. But a focus, again, I'm getting such a focus here on specifically perception that upon change, right, and it's almost like, well, I realize that, okay, well, that in a certain way, I'm hearing that served me, and I'm going to carry that chapter and that storyline through my work, but in such a way where I'm hearing bent, I'm hearing hung up on it, okay, I'm hearing on the future of it, okay, I'm hearing of what it could be for a number of you, whatever that may mean. I'm going to, in a certain way, I'm hearing utilize it as a source of awareness, of knowledge, I'm hearing specifically, and reorienting my perception of the past in a certain way serves to, I'm hearing, encourage the strength of my motion and movement, I'm hearing, through a grand entrance of change. And I'm imagining you walking down a red carpet, and you're walking through it, and it's this arc. It's I'm hearing a glory. I'm hearing glorious moment. It's tied to success, Leo. I'm getting it's tied specifically to success, and I'm zeroing in here on pyrite, which speaks of success. It speaks of manifestation, vision as well. What is it that we, in a certain way, have dreamt of? And I'm hearing channeled. I'm hearing through. perhaps our work for a number of you, and I'm getting it again for a number of you, may have had a dream or a vision from the past that that becomes, I'm hearing, more tangible in the moment, yet again, that you release a certain form of expression that the past has taken on through your work. Okay, thank you so much, dear Leo, for tuning in. Love and light to you all, and thank you so much for your dear patience with this reading. We're closing out here right at 111. That is the time. Powerful energies here for you, Leo. For those of you who are on a period, a path of transformation, as you may feel it, and there could be a question of spirituality here specifically, as it plays a certain role, there being no sense of timeline associated with what you feel you are engaging in. Release, again, I'm getting a strong focus on release, maybe a focus here for you as you move forward. Okay, so make use of that new moon in Pisces. Powerful, powerful time for quite literally setting a certain foundation energetically, frequentially. And again, for those of you who may be interested in the Moon Manifestation Cycle program, that is now live, and you can feel free to book your space there. Okay, love and light to you. Thank you so much for tuning in, dear Leo. I'll see you soon.